Boom, guys, we're back. Listen, today we're gonna talk about what I would do if I was 18 years old and want to get jacked again, fast, okay? If I could go back, I'm 26 now, if I could go back almost 10 years and get jacked, the state I am right now, running 100Ks, looking like a Greek god, oh! How would I go about doing it? I'll tell you, okay? I'm gonna lay out the full blueprint in this video. So basically you just copy this, go out there and get jacked. Regardless, if you just came out of the womb, or if you're 18, or even if you're like me, 26, even if you're older like that, you know? I know, tons of babies, just like me. I never came out of the womb. I was actually just born like this. So I know a ton of people like that. They call me all the time, on their baby talk monitor. And they call me and like, hey man, I wanna get jacked. And I help them out getting jacked. There are jacked babies out there. There are babies out there who are more jacked than you. Can you imagine, right? And you're sitting there and you're not jacked. Imagine. So we're gonna go over it, essentially, right? Everyone's out here, like maybe you're training, maybe you're not. If you're not training, I'm guessing that you are training, so you're watching this video, or you wanna get started in training. I have a full video on how to get started, and it's not what you think, all right? I have a full video on that. I think that's gonna pop up here. Is that to the left? I think it's gonna pop up here, okay? Press that annotation. If you don't know how to work out, if you wanna get started in the gym, press that, okay? Press that right now. Stop this video, press that right now. Now, for you who know how to train, maybe you know something, you know how to pick up a weight and lift it. Let me tell you something, okay? Let's go over it first. Maybe you don't know this, all right? I want you guys to picture a triangle, okay? Now, in this triangle, there's like all these variable factors for training, okay? Maybe you heard of it, maybe you don't. So we have intensity, we have volume, and we have frequency. Maybe, hopefully you guys can read that. We have intensity, volume, and frequency, all right? And you hear this all the time. Maybe you've seen all these PTs who read out of a cookbook and then they come into the gym and tell you to do 3x10. All right, fuck them. Okay, they can go take a big fat shit and get out of the gym. Okay, because they need to work out themselves. Listen, all these PTs are out here and they look like bags of milk. Now you can either listen to them and stick by with the 3x10, or you can learn from someone like me who actually look jacked and are able to run these phenom distances. Listen, everyone's focused on this, everyone's focused on that. No one is focused on this, and everyone looks like shit. I'm focused on this, and I don't look like shit. So who's right, and what do we need to focus on? This, okay, frequency. Now, to jump a step back here. What is this, and what is this, and what is this? Well, there's all these variable factors, right? You have rest period and all this, which is actually quite an important one, but I call this the golden, like the holy trinity, essentially, of the fucking variable factors. This is so important, with this being the most important, right? Frequency. Intensity is essentially what percentage of your maximum capacity are you going for. So that if that's like you can lift 20 kg, how much percentage of that are you lifting? So if you're lifting 20 kg, that's 100%, right? So now you're 100% intensity. If it's your heart rate, usually we go by heart rate or weight, then like how much? Is it 100% of your heart rate? That's pretty tough, man, right? That's essentially what intensity is. In volume, it's the amount of work. It's the amount of work, okay? So it can be like a duration of a run, or it can be your sets and your reps, okay? Now, this plays a factor. Of course it does, right? Of course it does. But everyone's doing this. Everyone's so focused on these two. And no one looks the way they want to look. No one is jacked. So how do we go about doing it? Well, we stop building our training based on this. So this is how the coaches, the PTs, they don't actually know anything. This is how they'll tell you to go about your training. They'll tell you to do this, okay? 3x10, right? Bing, 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 3x10, by 10, and then do some weight, whatever weight that is. Right, now, if you want to get jacked, if I could go back and get jacked quickly, I would ditch this and not focus on that. You know what I would focus on? Doing more work, okay? Doing more work is the single most important thing for getting jacked. There's no other option but to do more work. And I say this again, you see everyone else right now. They're in the gym 1 time a day and no one is jacked. What does this tell you? It doesn't work. All right? So listen, if you don't want to get jacked, you can click off this video right now. But if you want to get jacked, if you want to get laid, if you want to get paid, if you want to gain respect using your physique, listen to this. Go train more, okay? And I'm not telling you to go and do like crazy workouts. I'm going to explain that in a second, okay? If you just follow with me here for a second. But listen, frequency is your main focus for getting jacked. And if I could go back to 18, I would spend more time training. Essentially, more time. Not that the duration of the session would essentially be longer with the volume, right? And I would not just sit around in the gym all the time, but I would do more work. So what does that mean? We train in the morning, we train in the afternoon. Simple. We just double what everyone else is doing, right? We just double what everyone else is doing. And now we're going to see double results. No, it doesn't like to work like that, but we got to do something different. We got to do something different than everyone else because that doesn't work. So what you're going to do, if you're 18, if you're young, you're going to go and train your ass off, right? But you're going to start with this. You're going to start by figuring out how much work can I put into a day, and then you're going to start really, really simple. So you're not going to go like all out for each session, but you're going to start really, really simple, and then you're going to build on top of those sessions with this and this, the volume and intensity. So instead of building a program based on the amount of sets and reps, we build a program by how much work we can get done. This ensures not only that we see the result we want, but it ensures that we have the time for us to do the work, right? Because now we know I can get this much work done. Like, let's say you can do like 2 45-minute workouts. Good! That's much better than going out and guessing, hey, can I do a 3x10 workout in 45 minutes? Because now you're doing guesswork. You don't know if this is going to work. You go in the gym once, you fail it, and now you're on the back foot because you failed your workout once, because you didn't manage to make 2 exercises because you ran out of time. Too bad, right? Now you're feeling bad. What you should have done instead was just go in there, do what you could have done, and then go in there again, okay? When you're 18, guys, listen. When you're 18, I want you guys, I'm going to, clean this thing. When you're 18, guys, you guys have unlimited power, okay? Let me tell you guys, you have unlimited power. I'm 26, and I still have unlimited power. I've always had unlimited power, okay? It's all about just realizing it. And I want you guys to get a big fat mistake out of your head right now. It's called recovery, okay? Not that recovery is necessarily always bad. I'm going to tell you why, okay? Before you jump in the comments and start hating, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm talking about. Recovery. Recovery. Boom. Everyone's heard about this. You need to recover. You train and you recover. This is essentially how the thing goes. You train like you're at this level, right? And then you train and you go down, right? Because your muscles are being fried. And then you recover and you go up. And it looks like this, right? Boom. And then you train and you go down, you recover and you go up, right? That's essentially how, sports science would lay out the recovery thing. Now, what if I told you that everyone that focuses on recovery makes 0 gains, okay? They make 0 gains. Now, I will tell you that there's 2 periods of any training, right? There's adaptation and there's optimization. Those are the 2 periods. So if you look at any programming, if you look at all training, are you in an adaptation phase or in an optimization phase? This usually only applies to people who are competing, because then you need to actually optimize. People who are not competing do not need to optimize. You can just adapt all the way, all the time, and you can miss out on certain stuff and still see results. That means you don't have to be like on point with everything. You'll still see massive results. But the first part of all this is figuring out, hey, am I in an adaptation? Adaptation means what result? Adaptation. And what was the other one? Optimization. Optimization. Like I said, I was just born like this, 26-year-old. I got hatched out of an egg, out of the ocean, by the former Norwegian Prime Minister, a big old lady. So I don't really know how to write, but hopefully you guys know what this is. Adaptation, optimization. Now, you are here, okay? You're an adaptation. Unless, if you're a sports guy, if you're doing football and you want to do for that, then you need to figure out when is the optimization phase. Now I removed it, but you saw it, okay? Then you need to figure out that. And the thing is, when you're that young, your recovery is off the freaking charts, okay? You can recover from absolutely anything in real time, super, super fast, right? And like I said, everyone is focused on recovery these days. They look like shit. They look like absolute bags of milk. You go out and tell anyone who like, oh my God, I need to recover, and you look at them, and do they look good? No, they don't look good, all right? Is that how you want to look? No, you don't want to look like that. So don't talk to them like about recovery, and don't listen to the bullshit about, oh, I need to recover. Because it doesn't work, okay? It doesn't work for this purpose. If you want to get jacked, we got to think differently, because no one is jacked, so we got to think differently. Now, recovery, and focusing on recovery, is like trying to hit a golf ball with your stick the other way around, all right? You're not hitting it with the head, you're hitting it with the stick part, right? That's a bad idea. It's like shooting yourself in the foot, because recovery, I have a theory that I cannot put into science, but something that I've experienced, and something that I've seen other people experience. Something that the people I work with experience is that recovery is trainable, okay? It's not like a standard for humans. You do not need a certain hour for muscle to grow back. Because first of all, you're not destroying the muscle, you're stimulating muscle. Everyone says this, when you're in the gym, you're destroying muscle. That's not true, you're stimulating muscle. If you're destroying it, you got something called rhabdo. That's a very bad idea. That could kill you. Do not destroy your muscle. Stimulate it, right? So, first of all, recovery is trainable. This is something I learned during my special forces training, because the amount of work we did, we were still able to recover. And so, recovery is trainable. Get that into your big, small, get that in your head right now. Recovery is trainable. And so the way we train recovery is not by recovering more. It's by doing more work. And this is why people shoot themselves in the foot when it comes to recovery. Because they think they're getting more results, but in fact they're at a standstill when it comes to their progress, because they always have to recover the same amount. Now, what does this mean? What does it mean? That means that weekly, over a whole week of training, these people have to recover way more, just because of their amount of, let's say we can do the same work. Me and some loser who tries to recover all the time are doing the same work, right? But he has to recover like way more from that work, while I don't. Who's going to see the more results? Me, okay? Because I can put in even more work. So this is me, right? This is my work. This is his work. He has to recover. He makes all these bullshit excuses, right? He doesn't take it seriously. And so now he doesn't see any results. He doesn't get jacked. I get jacked because I do my way, okay? This shit works. Look at me. Now, so don't listen to these people. Recovery is trainable. But as I said, you do not have to go out there and recover more to train this. You need to put in more work. That's the way to train recovery. And so once you go out there and put in more work, now with that, you want to start training your recovery, levels of recovery, how fast you can recover, how used the body is to performing work over time. Now we're going to train that. And then, like I said, if you go back to the triangle, you guys remember, I'm not going to write again, intensity, we have volume and the frequency. Now we're going to build our training on top of that, okay? How much, what percentage are we going for? How many reps, how many sets? We can build that on top of that. But first we need to train this part, the frequency. That's the way to get jacked. That's the way to get jacked. I swear, every single person I've trained with, I've coached on this, they've seen that result. They're more jacked, they're faster, they're stronger, they're leaner, they're more endurant than ever, just because of this. They started here. Everyone I work with, right? I say, hey, let's drop this and drop this, just focus on this thing. And it's amazing, the results. I swear to God. I have tons of testimonial. Maybe I'll put the page down below in the description. But this shit works, all right? And if I could go back to 18, this is the way I would train. No doubt, okay? No doubt. Like you see when you're a kid too, you don't ever run out of juice. You never run out of juice. Like a Duracell rabbit, right? You see the commercial with the rabbit, he got the big battery on his back. You're like that, all right? You're 18. Your testosterone is on the way, on the rise. It's not optimized yet. The testosterone rises like to a peak. Is it around 25? That's when testosterone is peaking. But you got a lot of juice in you. Let me tell you, okay? So to get jacked as a young guy, you need to do more work. And it really, really comes from just looking around and realizing that no one is jacked. Everyone's doing the same thing. So we need to change something. And this is what we need to change. All right? This is what you need to change. And I swear to God, it doesn't take a lot of time because your body adapts so quickly when you're that young. It adapts so freaking quickly. And so just applying this for maybe a few weeks and figuring out the time schedule. Hey, I'm going to put in work here. I'm going to put in work there. I'm going to stop being lazy. I'm going to actually go there. I'm going to perform the work, right? Once you stop doing, stop making those excuses, you start putting in the work, right? Your capacity for work capacity in total, it's going to skyrocket, okay? It's gonna skyrocket into the stratosphere, like a rocket, okay? Now, that doesn't take a long time, but after that, you put up the intensity, you put up the volume, and you're gonna see results. You're gonna get jacked. I swear to God. Listen, if you want more information on this, I have a free guide. It's down below in the link. You can go check that out. Also, I have a testosterone supplementation guide coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe, guys. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to share this video with someone, you know, your age. You guys, you want to get started in a gym. Maybe you're listening to all these bag of milk PT coaches that doesn't know anything, that doesn't look, you know, like this. Oh, right? Share this video. People need to hear this message. I truly appreciate your support. But yeah, essentially that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys understood it. Just DM me on Instagram, right? Go follow my Instagram, by the way. Just DM me on Instagram if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to help you out, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Zoom, 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 zoom. And God bless. Boom!